Good evening, I'm Christy Walker along with Dave Skelton, and we'll be calling all of tonight's action in tonight's basketball game. And Dave, we got a pretty good matchup here on the floor tonight.
Two evenly matched teams and IPFW's final home game of the season, so we can look for a good one, I think, out of the Lady Dons tonight.
Out of the last matchup, IPFW, they had a 10-point loss, 65-55.
Yeah, they came up on the short end of the stick up there at Lewis, and I heard Coach Kleinfelder talking a little bit about that game, and I think some three-pointers at critical times did them in.
Well, tonight's senior night for Amy Hogan. We hope she can hit from the three-point line. That way they have a three-point person that they have to watch out for, as well as IPFW is going to have to defend Richrath from the three-point line this evening.
It would be great to see Amy Hogan go out tonight and hit the three-pointers and really have a great game here in her final home game.
Well, overall, the teams are pretty well matched up, like we said. There's a lot of juniors on both squads, so they're very well finessed. We're probably going to see a lot of good play. We're going to have to see a lot of good defense, and somebody's just going to have to basically shut somebody else down, really, to win this ballgame.
And the winner of this game has a good shot at finishing in the middle of the GLVC conference next week when it's all said and done.
And that's very crucial, so we hope you'll stay tuned with us as we get ready to call tonight's game, Lewis versus IPFW, right here at IPFW Hilliard Gates Center.
How can you find out when lightning may strike? And how do you count the fish in the sea? How can you tell if a child is growing normally, if baseball is getting better, or traffic is getting worse? How do you know about stock market trends, the risk of cholesterol, the history of witchcraft, or the future of spacecraft? With statistics, that's how. And how can you find out about statistics? With the new Statistics series, Against All Odds.
Where do you turn to find help for an elderly person you love? Call the Elder Care Locator at 1-800-677-1116.
And welcome back, as right now at the middle of the floor, we're honoring our only senior this year, and we're going to go down to the floor.
On the IPFW career chart with 19 three-pointers. Congratulations, Amy. Thanks for a great 4 years. We'll certainly miss you.
That was Amy Hogan being honored for her last home game. This College Cable Access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we're going to start out with your starting lineups here for the Lewis Flyers. Number 13, Nancy Seamers. She's a guard from Bensonville, Illinois. At the other guard, number 21, Julie Giles, a junior. Guard, they're going to start a 3-guard lineup. Number 32, Renee Kanak. Number 40, Audrey Ross, a sophomore. And the last starter for Lewis Flyers is number 44, Corrine Wrench.
So a couple of young ladies that have started a lot of games for them will be coming in off the bench tonight. Brenda Wegerin and Bonnie Richard.
That's right. Bonnie was one we were talking about, a 3-point shooter for them. Interesting to see she wasn't starting. For IPFW tonight, starting is number 10, Michelle Conley, and she's a junior for IPFW. Another junior, number 12, starting as guard, Amy Perkins. Local girl, junior from Fort Wayne, number 22, Dawn Dressler. Starting at guard, number 23 from Decatur, Indiana, is Lindy Jones, and Lindy's been a key freshman this year for IPFW. She's played very well. And the last one is number 54, Kim Recker, a junior from Ottawa, Ohio. And that's the starting lineup for tonight's matchup, as it'll be real interesting to see what happens. 10-point loss earlier in January, as we said, at Lewis. And
well, another similarity between the two teams has to be tonight that they each have 8 players, and only 8. So the fatigue factor might be pretty well balanced between the two.
That's right, both with a small bench lineup. Not a whole lot of girls to go to on the bench. And pretty evenly matched height-wise. 5'11" centers for both IPFW and Lewis. And then it pretty much matches up evenly all the way down.
I hardly ever use it.
And we're getting ready for the opening tip-off. And Lewis will control. So Lewis has an opportunity to score first in this evening's matchup, and we'll see what kind of defense and everything we're set up for tonight.
Looks like IPFW is coming out pretty aggressive man-for-man defense to begin here.
Good defense, shutting off the inside. Lewis looking for an inside shot.
And that shot clock moving down toward the, yes, at 3 seconds she took the shot.
That's right, nice dump into Audra Ross. And Lewis was continually looking for that inside cutter and finally found Audra open, and she was able to score for 2.
Be interesting to see if they can cut the clock that short again consistently during the night. IPFW doing much the same thing on its first possession.
That's right. Always a little tentative from the outside. Dawn Dressler looking for a shot, not going to take it, but Lindy Jones will from the top, and that's good. Lindy's not afraid to take it. You don't get a hand in her face. She's more than willing to put it up, and tonight she's on. We'll see if Lewis is content with trying for the inside shot and basically working the clock, and not to work off time, but just looking for that open shot and taking time with their offense. But we have a foul before the shot.
Yeah, as Renee Kanek started down the left side, I think she got bumped a little bit by Amy Perkins.
That's right. That's her first foul, team's first, very early. 18:43 remaining in the first half, and Lewis will have the ball out of bounds.
Good defense. IPFW's man-for-man at the moment is not giving Lewis anything open.
No, they have to work very hard for the shot, and that's, like you said, the last time down the floor, Dave, they had only 3 seconds left to get that shot up, and IPFW is forcing them to work for a good shot, and that one was a forced shot and a good rebound by Dawn Dressler. So Amy Perkins sets up the play for IPFW.
Looks like Lewis might be in a little bit of a zone.
3-2 zone, believes what they're playing. And we got a foul.
Well, so far things couldn't be any more even. 2-2 score, 1 foul each team.
Fouls on Julie Giles. Don Dressler inbounds the ball. No one was intended really to get that one, but Lindy Jones chases down as well as Amy Perkins. Michelle Conley looking to go inside, nowhere. Lindy Jones finds Don Dressler, and she shoots, and off the back.
Nice rebound.
Amy Perkins, one of always the shortest players. She seems like on the floor, but she's always got her hands on the ball. Nice block shot by Audra Ross. Michelle Conley tried to put that one up, and that's a pretty evenly height.
Yes, it was. She's Audra's a big gal.
And we're gonna have a foul.
It's like number 2 coming
Julie
up
Giles.
on Julie
Nah,
Giles.
that's right. That'll be her second. She thought she had a steal, I think, and basically reached in for the basketball and caught her arm on the way, and that's what the official called. So she's going to take a seat early. Lindy Jones, Amy Perkins. Nice feed inside, and we're going to have another foul, and this one's going to be on Audra Ross.
Well, all the action is taking place at the IPFW end of the floor. New shot clock.
Take another look at that. Get it dumped in to Michelle, and boy, that was a small reach in, but they called it. Don Dressler looking to drive. It gets shut off. Lindy Jones drives the back door. Doesn't get it to fall. Good rebound by Kim Recker, and she gets it up and in.
Back. Yeah, good rebound. IPFW might have a slight advantage in the height. Not a lot.
And they got to play really tough defense, try to keep the ball outside on Lewis. They only really have one outside shooter in Bonnie Richrath, but she's not even in the ball game right now.
Good hustle.
Oh, I'm
Kim.
sorry. She was the one that came in.
Yeah.
And but she's their only real threat from the outside, so they just need to shut off the lane. And there's Bonnie Richrath now, but that first shot is short. Lindy Jones with the rebound. Perkins gets it inside. Recker shoots. Doesn't get the roll, but a nice rebound by Dawn Dressler. Back up, no foul called. Another shot up by Michelle Conley, but it was stripped clean, as the referee said, by number 40, Audra Ross.
And again, a good hustle. Kim Recker coming down the floor to tip the ball out of bounds on a possible fast break for the Lady Flyers.
Lewis will inbound the basketball. 16-28, 4-2, IPFW. Low score, a lot of time seems like has been spent down on the floor. A lot of fouls early. And there's an outside shot, no good. It was Renee Kanek that made that attempt.
She was well behind the line.
Almost a pro three. Dawn Dressler wanted to drive, but she traveled. Made the basket, but it won't count.
She had the right idea. Little shot fake, and the feet got moving before she could get the ball on the floor.
Well, she's warmed up now. That was her, her initial error.
She'll be ready.
That's right. Nice steal by Kim Recker.
Yeah, Kim's really been in the ballgame here on the defensive end of the court.
Amy Perkins.
Shell from the line.
Perkins with the rebound. That's what I'm talking about. Short stuff under the basket.
So far, she's the leading rebounder.
That's
Smallest
right.
player on the floor.
Amy Perkins is only 5'7". And I believe she's beat by a couple inches by Renee Kanek of Lewis, but normally she's the shortest player out there. And she's always under the basket in the tall zone. IPFW with a full shot clock to work with here again.
The zone defense by Lewis is very active, very quick. They're making IPFW work around the perimeter.
Had quite a few blocks on the shots so far. They've been really well. And there's a shot by Perkins, no good, and a tip off of Michelle Conley's hands.
Yeah,
Lewis.
so far that Audra Ross has really plugged up the middle. Oh, and there we go. 2-shot.
Renee Kanek.
She puts that outside shot up there like it's not new to her, is it? She likes that.
No, she's very confident in that shot. It was put up very quickly, and I think that was what Lewis attempted to do that time. They moved the ball down the floor very quickly, didn't give IPFW a chance to set up.
Oh, nice pass inside from Lindy to Dawn Dressler.
6-4 IPFW lead. Nancy Seamers controls the offense for Lewis Flyers. Kanek was willing to take that shot again, but Perkins had a hand on it.
Good hustle on the defense of IPFW that time. They pressured the Flyers into kicking the ball out of bounds.
That's right, Lindy Jones. Very quick player. I call her a little Lisa Miller. She has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot from her in the next 3 years. Lindy Jones. And it doesn't dribble in, and the rebound to Lewis.
Couldn't quite get the bounce on that one.
Lewis is going to pull up. IPFW drop back quickly on the defense this time. Lewis looking for an inside shot, but now that we know, more than willing to take a 10-footer. Seamers and
carrying the ball.
A carry, and Kleinfelder is very happy with that call.
Yeah.
That isn't one that's called real often. A lot of times it's
that's right. Kind of ignored
looked
and
over.
let
That's
it be
right.
part of the game.
But that time it was, and so IPFW will gains control of the basketball and a chance to increase their lead by 4. Michelle Conley.
That's about the 3rd or 4th shot IPFW's had that's been right up there that'll bounce around but not in. It'll start falling for them soon.
And there's that 3-point shot by Bonnie Richrath, and she's the threat from the outside. You're going to have to keep a hand near her. And that's the first lead for Lewis as they take it 7-6 here in the first half. Amy Perkins, Michelle Conley wide open, but she didn't take the shot. Lindy Jones will drive the lane up, and no good off the glass.
Another almost.
Seamers is going to get quick down the floor. Nice back by Lindy Jones, and it causes Lewis to pull down, but Richrath from the 3, no good this time. Lewis with another attempt, and Koenig was way off key that time, and we have out of bounds by Audra Ross, and the ball will go back to IPFW.
Dawn Dressler did a nice job that time as Lewis came quickly down the floor, and she cut off the penetration of the ball. Unless Lewis wasn't able to get much out of it.
That's right. They had 3 attempts at the basket, though, and I'm sure if Eileen had anything to do with it, they will only have 1. Dawn Dressler, and we're going to have a foul. She saw an opening to the backboard and a reach in, I believe, by number 40, Audra Ross. If it is, it's her second, and it is. It's 2 on the big girl from Lewis. We're going to take one more look at that. Drexler
reached as she went by.
So it was out of bounds. Lindy Jones, no good. And Kim Rucker had her back to the basket that time, was unable to rebound the basketball, so the Flyers bring the ball down the floor quickly. And this time we're going to have a foul on Kim Rucker.
As Brenda Wegerson drew the foul.
Foul line to attendance number 54, Kim Rucker, her first, team second. At the line for Lewis Flyers, number 41.
We'll see that as they bring the ball down the floor very quickly. They look inside, Wegerson. Conley just takes her off the arm, and that's her first foul. And that's the team's only second foul. And we got a timeout, IPFW.
The College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, zip code 46805. Or call us at 481-6000.
12:38 remaining here in the first half, and a timeout for IPFW. As offensively, the score very low right now. A 1-point lead for the Lewis Flyers, 7-6.
I would think so far IPFW actually has been getting better shots. They just haven't had any luck on getting them to fall in yet. They played good defense at the other end, kept Lewis from being able to get inside.
That's right. IPFW's had the shots. If they would just have fallen, there'd be a big difference in the score right now.
And over the course of the ball game, that'll usually take care of itself.
We just had a shot of the women's softball team. They're selling tickets for a tenderloin supper tonight. So if you're real hungry, we have a men's game following the women's game this evening. And come on out, grab a tenderloin dinner, and watch the men play basketball.
I hope I make it to the end of the game because it sure does smell good in here.
It does. Between that and cookies.
Yes.
And the first one is good by Brenda Wegerson. And that's the head coach for Lewis Flyers, Tracy Manuel. And the second one is up and good. 3-point lead, the largest lead in the game.
Yeah, it sure is. And we've played almost 7 minutes. 9-6 score. Lewis in the lead.
Nice dish into Kim Recker. Amy Perkins with a nice feed.
Nice shot off the glass that time. Kim didn't give it any chance to roll around and drop out.
No bouncing on that one. That was going down, and it's back to a 1-point lead for the Flyers. Flyers looking rich wrapped from the outside, and she was a little off again. Jenny Neward had a hand on the ball, but it was tipped out by Lewis. So IPFW gains possession.
Kelly Wrench has been pretty active on the backboards for Lewis here tonight, number 44. 5'8" junior.
Kim Recker looking fine. Stressler. We had a substitution there. As we said, Jenny Neward is now in the game for IPFW. Neward on the inside, off the glass, and good.
Jenny also a pretty good shooter and uses that glass to a great advantage for her inside.
IPFW taking good advantage of the zone defense right now by Lewis and able to get it inside. And there's a 3-point basket by Renee Koenig.
And as soon as you feel good about having gotten a 1-point lead, bingo, there goes the 3-pointer. IPFW trying to solve this zone defense, having some difficulty.
They had 2 people open under the basket, but a misaligned pass, I guess I should say, and Lewis has another chance to increase their lead. And then we have a steal by Amy Perkins, as Koenig pretty much just handed over the basketball to her.
Yeah, she tried to force it down the lane that time, and IPFW's defense is not giving them the inside tonight.
Perkins looking inside. Recker dishes it into Newhart, off the glass and in.
It looked a little awkward, but actually was a nice pass. It was kind of a soft drop-off pass that Jenny could go get and then wheel and turn and go to the basket.
And we're all tied up here, 12-12. Koenig, no good, but a foul. And it has to be Lindy Jones. She was the only one I couldn't see down there.
Yeah, I think maybe Lindy tried to get through a pick, and I don't think she fouled the young lady that took the shot.
No, but we'll look at it here and see. No, she didn't. Actually, she was pushed by Brenda Wegerson, but she was down on the floor, and that's who they're going to get, someone else that's right around there. That's her first foul, and team's third.
Amy Hogan in the lineup for IPFW at that break. Amy replaces Lindy.
Nice move inside, but the shot was no good, and Jenny Newhart ends up with the basket.
Yeah, Jenny got the block of the shot, and they ended up grabbing the ball.
I think Corrine Wrench for Lewis found herself a little bit underneath the basket. One was unable to make the shot that she thought she had. Dawn Drexler with 2.
Another nice move, and finally that shot fell for her.
Dawn Dressler's first 2 of the game, 14-12. IPFW regained the lead. Lewis looking to go inside. They dump it back out quickly. The shot is up and no good by Seamers.
Good rebound position.
IPFW doing a good job on that last offensive spiel for the Flyers, shutting them off and getting the rebound, only allowing them 1 shot at the basket. Dish inside to Drexler. And this time it falls.
Yep. Same 3 bounces, but this one went in.
That's right. 16-12, IPFW with a 4-point lead. Nice steal by Amy Perkins. The ball was intended for Brenda Wegerson.
Yeah, the Lady Dons are playing excellent defense.
Jenny Newhart off the glass. And that's what you were talking about, Dave. If she puts a shot up, you're pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be off the backboard.
She does a nice job in close.
And that's the largest lead for IPFW in this game so far, 18-12. And we're going to have it tied up.
Alternate possession goes to the Lady Dons.
And we have a couple substitutions. Michelle Conley and Lindy Jones are coming back in. Also for Lewis Flyers, number 40, Audra Ross.
Yeah, Kim Recker and Dawn Dressler getting their first rest here of the evening.
And for Flyers also coming in was number 23, Larae Gobin.
First half has moved very rapidly.
Only 8:32 remaining here. Nice turnaround by Amy Hogan, and it was a little short. Rebound, hustled for it, and they're going to call it off of Jenny Newhart. But that was a tough call. There's 3 red jerseys down there, and
Amy Hogan came in, and with her first shot, she had the same kind of luck that everybody else had on their first 2 or 3 shots.
Just have to keep putting them up, though. Nice hustle by Amy Perkins.
Yeah. They have really played heads-up defense, especially down the lane.
Here's a shot of the head coach, Eileen Kleinfelder, giving a few directions here on defense. Shot up and short by Koenig.
Lewis looks like they may try to live or die by the 3-pointer here tonight. And so far, they're not having great success with it.
That's right. The percentage for Koenig and Richrath's shots have not been very good.
Michelle Conley went to the lane, got it tipped a little bit on the shot, didn't get it up to the top of the rim.
Nice pass and move inside, but it's intercepted by IPFW. No, we're going to have a jump ball as it's fought for until they both went down to the wood.
And again, nothing opened up in that lane for Lewis.
Richrath inbounds the basketball. Lewis looking for the inside shot, but really taking the outside one in the last 3 or 4 possessions that they've had.
Yeah, it's been the only thing that they've had much of an opening for, and then they get the ball inside.
Richrath drive and passed off to Ross, but it was no good, and Jenny Newhart ends up with the basketball again. Jenny playing a very good ball game, both offensively and defensively right now.
Yes, she is. It's been a lot of good rebounds.
Amy Perkins. Looks for opening. Lindy Jones drive, shoots. This time doesn't get it, and fight for the rebound. We should have a traveling violation, and we do. As 2 of the Lewis players tied up the basketball, fighting each other for it.
Michelle Conley was right there just in case they wanted to tip it loose.
That's right. She had her hands on it first, I believe, but it didn't stay there. And then luckily 2 Lewis players decided that they both wanted the basketball. So IPFW with the chance to increase their lead. Amy Hogan thought about the shot, drives, shoots, and this time it's a little long. And it's tied up once again. This time it's going to remain IPFW.
Just under 7 minutes left here in the first half.
And we take another look at that. That shot was a little long, and Lindy Jones had it, but it was tied up. Oh, nice pass inside to Michelle Conley, but we're going to have a foul before the shot.
And even though it doesn't count, I was glad to see Michelle go ahead, take the shot up off of the glass and in. But she sometimes doesn't use the backboard quite as much as it would be to her advantage.
That's right. That'll help with their confidence here, too, coming in as Lewis is going to call a timeout. They're down by 6, 18-12, 6:57 remaining here in the first half of play.
Jobs. It's top priority with many Hoosiers today. Good jobs with good futures. That's what Ivy Tech in Fort Wayne specializes in, training good people for good jobs. The skilled jobs Indiana's future needs.
Ivy Tech, what Indiana needs to grow. Call for enrollment information.
And we're back, and it's a 6-point lead, IPFW 18-12. And once again, we'll remind you the Lady Don softball team presents their tenderloin sandwich special tonight, and it runs from 4:30 to 9:30. So if you don't have dinner and you wondered what you want to do, if you haven't had a good tenderloin, come out and support the IPFW athletics, and especially the women's softball team. And that's here at the Hilliard Gates Sports Center. And this is the last home games for IPFW, so that's another good reason to head out here and catch all the action.
Well, I'm counting on one of those tenderloins in about 45-50 minutes from now.
Well, they're saying here it's a famous, delicious, mouth-watering, fresh-cut, hand-breaded tenderloin by Larry Brewer, and he's caterer from Wabash. And his father started this business in 1952, and Larry took it over in 1975. So they've been around for a long time. So we can tell you they smell really good, and I think we're going to have to go down and catch one of those, Dave, as soon as this game's over, if not before, huh?
If you don't quit talking about it, I may be gone. You may not see me for about 10 minutes.
Okay, well, I better quit. Amy Perkins finds Amy Hogan, and there's a missed pass inside of Michelle Conley. Lewis brings the ball down quickly.
That's about as fast as they've come down tonight and then they take the shot out of the corner and get
Rich
the three.
Rath with the three. She tried to take another one. Perkins got a hand in her face. She dumped it off inside and moved. They dumped the ball right back out to her, and she pops it for three, and it's an 18-15 ball game with 6:27 here.
Yeah, cuts that lead in half in a hurry.
In a hurry. A lot of time. And there's another bad pass by Amy Perkins, and we're going to have an outlet. See if it goes. Seamers up and off the glass for two. Nancy Seamers, now it's only a 1-point lead, so obviously that was a very good timeout for Lewis Flyers, and they got some things straightened out, and IPFW is having a little bit of problems.
Yeah, they had gone quite a while without scoring. There's Jenny Newhart again inside. That time she didn't quite get good control of the ball.
No, she had a lot of arms around her and tried to get it up off the glass, but this time it didn't fall. Shot no good by the Lewis Flyers. Audra Ross, IPFW with the rebound, and Amy Perkins watches very diligently that there wasn't someone back behind her.
Yes, she didn't want to get her pocket picked.
No, Dawn Drexler with two. I think I said Drexler, and I apologize for that if I did. It was Dressler. 17-20, IPFW once again by three. But with one shot this time, Lewis could tie the ball game back up.
And they've been putting that kind of shot up there, although this would be for two.
That's for two, and it's good by number 13, Nancy Seamers. So back to a 1-point lead, 5:05 remaining. All of a sudden, Lewis Flyers have a hot hand. And they shut down a 6-point lead real quick. Michelle Conley drives and shoots and gets the roll.
Nice move and good shot. A little more arch wouldn't have hurt anything, but a good move by Michelle.
It was a ringer, and it rolled its way in. 22-19.
The defense needs to shut Lewis down now a couple of times.
That's right, IPFW into a zone.
Yeah, they're kind of mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, it was zone kind of dumping into a man-to-man, but we had a foul as number 44, Corrine Wrench, tried to put it up, and
Lewis had a nice entry pass that time off of the baseline that they had not been able to get earlier. Got it that time and drew the foul.
We'll see that foul from Michelle Conley as they try to dump it inside, and she didn't keep her arm straight up. As soon as you bend that arm forward, you're bound to get that call. So Corrine Wrench will be at the line. Chance to bring it back to a 1-point game, and she makes her first. One shot remaining.
And she hits them both.
She hits both of them, so it's 22-21.
If they ever get the points on the board, there we go.
I was almost doubting myself, but I was pretty sure that it would be 22-21, and it is.
Well, I think maybe the scoreboard operator took a short nap.
Julie Giles re-entered for the Lady Flyers. Amy Perkins thought she saw a back door open, but it was shut off quickly. And a kick pass that will remain IPFW basketball.
And a reset on the clock, fortunately, because it was getting down to about 13 seconds for the Dons.
IPFW trying to get an open person and get one there, but Rucker can't hit it. Lindy Jones tries, but she's going to be fouled, and that's going to be the third foul on Audra Ross.
Yeah, Audra would have been all right that time, except she took a swat at the ball and caught a piece of Lindy's arm.
And I'm sure she'll come back out of the ball game. She will, because there's still 3:56 remaining. You definitely don't want to see that fourth foul.
She makes a big difference for Lewis. When she was not in there, it was when IPFW stretched out their lead to 6, and now that she came back in, they had really closed the gap.
That's right. She makes a big presence. She says a big presence on the basketball floor. And Lindy Jones hits the first of 2. I'm going to take a look at that there. Last foul, and yeah, she just swatted straight down at the ball. And Lindy Jones hits both of them.
She's on a roll with her free throws. She's hit, prior to tonight, 23 of her last 25 shots during the last 5 games.
And that was 2 more to add to that list. So it's 24-21.
That's about 94% shooting. That's tough to beat.
That is. So put her to the line.
Yes, yes.
Seamers looking for the open person and finds it. Courtney Wrench off the glass.
That time the defense got pulled too far over to the left side of the court. Lewis is staying with that tight zone,
causing IPFW to really have to work for an open shot. They're not giving it to him. Lindy Jones from 3.
There we go. That'll loosen that zone up a little bit.
That's right. If Lindy can start popping them from the outside, that'll pull that defense out a little bit and allow Kim Rucker and Michelle Conley some open shots from the inside, as well as Dawn Dressler. Seamers looking for the open person. IPFW back to a man-to-man. And with the shot clock running down, Perkins tried to get in front, but I believe she's going to be called for a blocking foul.
Oh, it's going to be on
No, it's going to get Lindy Jones.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to look at that here.
On the drive.
I think they called her for reaching her arm in there, but it was before that she reached the contact with Amy Perkins.
Pretty close to an offensive foul on the charge.
That's a tough call, but that's why I sit up here and I'm not down in the stripes on the floor. First one's good by Julie Giles. Amy Hogan returns to the lineup.
Lindy's probably going to get to sit the rest of the half with 2 fouls and not risk getting her in additional foul trouble for the second half.
That's right, both are good, so it's a 2-point lead, 27-25, IPFW with 2:42 remaining. And we'll see if the defense is a little, I was going to say opened up, but they get a steal. And they're looking for a quick basket here, a dish off, and turnaround shot up and good off the glass by Julie Giles.
So we've got a tie game.
And it's all tied up, you're right. White really needs to concentrate on their passes here as Lewis is applying a lot of pressure. And they've changed to a man-to-man, and that's how they got their last steal.
And there's Jenny Newhart wide open underneath. Not wide open, but under.
She didn't use the glass that time, but I tell you, that was a nice soft touch.
Yeah, she was almost probably too far on the baseline. She's got a nice touch inside.
IPFW, I knew that that ball was brought down too far.
Yeah, they collapsed on that one.
Brenda Wegerson found Amy Perkins right in front of her. And another new face for the Lewis Flyers, Lerae Gobin.
Amy Perkins that time very alert on the inbounds pass. Picked it off. IPFW with a chance now to stretch that lead back out. Another good shot, just wouldn't fall.
That's right, Dawn with the turnaround jumper and just a little off center.
There's an NBA-er. Yes.
And that was an NBA-er by number 23, Lerae Gobin. I tell you what, she just came into the ball game, and that was her first shot, and that was well beyond the three-point line. Oh, Dawn Drexler just didn't look into the basket. She had a wide open lane.
Yeah, she was surprised, I think, when she finally saw it, and it was too late by then.
That's right. Nice move by Kim Recker. She grabs a hold of the basketball, and a reach-in foul by Lewis on frustration, I believe.
Yeah, frustration is absolutely right. Bonnie Richrath had just lost the ball that she had cleanly rebounded and grabbed Kim Rucker on the way by.
They don't get a better angle. Well, I thought we were going to get a better angle of that there, but we're going to go to the free throw line.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Kim Recker will be at the line shooting 2. The lead now is 30-29, Lewis, but it's all tied up. Very closely contested game offensively. A lot of good defense. Second one is up and good. So a 31-30 lead, IPFW.
Kim Rucker, a good free throw shooter.
I tell you, there's about 2 or 3 players out there on the floor right now for Lewis. IPFW is going to have to really watch that outside zone, and then also watch the cutter, because they're real active on, and there's the travel, which is good for IPFW because that basket fell, but I was just about to say that Lewis is real active inside, and if they can pull that defense out, one of their girls cuts down, they really look hard under the basket. So IPFW's got a tough job ahead of them right now.
Well, Lewis's three-point game has been rather streaky. They did well early, then for a long stretch in the middle part of the half, nothing, and now they've come back. IPFW trying to hang on to this slim lead here as the waning seconds of the first half.
Shot short, but Jenny Neward with the rebound, and smart move, trying to put it right back up.
Yep. Give her a chance to go to the line now and hit 2.
Foul, I believe, is on 44, Corrine Wrench. And we're going to look at that one more time. Michelle Conley put it up, and
35 seconds on the game clock, which means that IPFW will be sure to get the ball back at least one more time. Jenny misses the first.
It's not that nice soft touch you see underneath the basket.
That's right.
But she sinks the second one. Jenny's only a freshman, though, from Harlan, Indiana. So right now, IPFW plays a lot of Jenny Neward and a lot of Lindy Jones, and that's 2 freshmen you're going to see a lot of.
And their scoring has really been a big asset to the Dons this year.
Nice read by Kim Recker, but they thought she caught an arm as well as the ball. And so we're going to have an out-of-bounds ball by Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis not yet in the one-on-one and may not be if we don't foul again in the next 24 seconds. Kind of thought Lewis might hold on for one last shot.
They're looking for an outside shot, and the 3 is up and good. Larae Gobin, tell you, 2 shots, 2 3-pointers. That's 6 points for her so far in the first half.
But that leaves IPFW adequate time to score one more time. Got a good shot, missed.
And so that's going to wrap it up for the half. It's 33-32. Lewis Flyers leading by 1, but I tell you, it's been a well-contested ball game by both teams, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot said by both coaches about how to help out offensively and defensively to come out here and change the score around.
Well, I think maybe the Lady Dons are just going to be nice hosts and let them be ahead by 1 at half, and we'll be happy to be ahead by 1 at the end of the game.
Ahead by 1 at the end. I think that's correct, and I'm sure Eileen Kleinfelder would agree with both of us. And I guess right now,
she'd settle for that if she could.
That's right. We're going to go to Explore the Possibilities. That's our halftime program. We hope you stay tuned and come back and join all this good action here at IPFW.
dowry. Triple value.
I've really enjoyed it.
Quality education.
Courses are challenging.
There's really a good quality work here.
The campus in the fall, I think, is really nice. It's a nice place to sit out and relax, maybe during a lunch hour or any time after classes. There's a lot here that IPFW has to offer.
The professors really concentrate on helping you. They've enabled me to grow professionally.
If you're going to go in Indiana, this would be the place to go, and people just don't realize that because they think it's hometown.
Many of the professors here at IPFW have gained both national and international recognition through their teachings.
I know a lot of people say that if you go to a small campus that you won't be able to find a good job, but I've been interviewed with General Motors, and they chose myself and another girl from IPFW, and that gives me great confidence in this school.
Yes.
Welcome to the weather report. Skies are going to be clear. The temps are going to be nice. Let's take a look at tomorrow. We can see how the system moves.
And I think that what IPFW has to offer is really fantastic. We are very fortunate at IPFW to have a music therapy program. We have a career service area that finds employment for students, sometimes career-related while they're in school and after they graduate and after they become alumni. We have multicultural services, special services for African-American students, for Hispanic students. We have child care available. We have a Women and Returning Adult Center for our large returning adult student population.
I get to meet a lot of diverse people. I mean, coming to this lounge, I met you guys. I know everybody in this lounge. I could say Chinese, Japanese, Korean.
The Office of Multicultural Services provides personal counseling, academic counseling, and also cultural heritage programs primarily geared for African American students and Hispanic students, and also any other student on the IPFW campus who would like to take advantage of our services.
We have given over 26,000 degrees, and our alumni are literally all over the world in successful and important positions in business, industry.
Oh, good question. For example, and these two go together.
Now think about that argument, especially from our perspective today with our concern with the environment. Which is better?
We had some kind of patent infringement case. We thought somebody was infringing upon our patent.
Temperature, stagnation, temperature corresponding to triple value, you could determine the stagnation properties. In other words, what you are going to do, you are going to pretend that you decelerated the flow from whatever it was to this point.
I never gave you aught.
My honored lord. Just take it in like this.
How do I care for this child? And that transition from what's taught in the classroom to what is actual reality of putting it into practice and hands-on doing procedures.
Okay, how would I decide now, for example, how big a drop of water was?
The way it was conducted in the district court, they said, was a summary judgment. It left two unresolved issues of fact. What were those? Somebody tell me.
Would you check to see if there's any prerequisites for urban anthropology?
Okay, that's E380. The honors program offers courses for talented and motivated students who graduate in the upper 10% of their high school classes and have above average SAT scores. These are small enrollment classes taught by selected faculty members.
favorite professor that was very knowledgeable.
I know he knew a lot about his field, and it really helped me to understand through personal stories he had.
We try to know as many students as we possibly can by their first name and really develop long-term relationships over the 4 years that they are here and even beyond.
A student that would be interested in attending IPFW would have a full range of companies to consider at the time of graduation.
Yeah, I just accepted a job in Denver, Colorado with one of the largest Big Six firms, a public accounting firm.
Recent recruiters here include IBM, Xerox.
The professors here really helped me through my interview process. I knew I wanted to relocate.
Not only the local companies are involved in recruiting the students, but companies throughout the United States.
It helped me land one of the most desired jobs in America.
I myself and many people I know also work while going to school.
Over 90% of our students are employed.
Although I live outside of Fort Wayne, it's still real close and convenient for me to come to school and then directly to work. It only takes me about approximately 15 minutes.
We also have co-op, and the co-op program is an alternating program whereby the student goes to school for a semester and then works for a semester. But the marvelous thing about it is that you are 80% guaranteed of employment upon graduation.
Financial aid office at IPFW assists students in financing their educational expenses through a combination of scholarships, grants, educational loans, and student employment. These aid programs come from federal, state, institutional, and private resources.
Undecided about my major for a while now, but they really helped me a lot. Helped me to discover new careers and check into them, get ideas on them. I really appreciate that. They've really done a lot for me in that aspect.
I think IPFW is an exciting place to be. And it's exciting because we have such a wide variety of students. I think we have appeal for many students. We offer a quality education. Our student body ranges in age from 13 to 82, and we can offer quality and variety. Since 1964, more than 26,000 students have received Indiana or Purdue degrees on this campus. We are very proud of every one of them. The possibilities are endless. The opportunities are here for you. Will you come and look at the opportunities and explore the possibilities and become a part of Indiana Purdue at Fort Wayne?
We fear it. We laugh at it. We scorn it. We think it's shameful. But these are misunderstandings. Misunderstandings that will fade away if we see mental illness for what it really is. A medical disease. A disease that can be treated if you just know where to turn. For an informative booklet, call the American Mental Health Fund.
I believe that we can restore prosperity.
For over 40 years, the primary responsibility for shaping America's economic policies rested with the office of the president. To learn how these decisions are made, how they affect you, enroll in the Economics USA telecourse. It's an education for life.
A lot of my friends have already retired. But I wasn't ready for that. So No, I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps. I love my kids. And the way I figure it, I have the rest of my life to play cards.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
My hero, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero, Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
And welcome back. It's a 33-32 ball game here. Lewis Flyers leading IPFW, and we have some official stats here we can go over, Dave.
Christy, as we look at that 1-point margin for Lewis at the half, and when you realize the shooting that they've done in this first half, you wonder why they aren't ahead a little further. But a couple of items where IPFW has done a good job in the rebounding and fewer turnovers. But the shooting for Lewis has been, they're shooting at 50%, including 50% from the three-point line. And they have not missed at the free throw line. IPFW, on the other hand, has just taken one three-point shot and has hit that shot. But they've taken about 13 more shots from the field. Haven't been able to get the good percentage yet. But I still feel a lot of the shots they've taken have been awfully good shots. They've out-rebounded Lewis 20-13, so that's pretty important. They can keep that up. They'll get their opportunities, and those will come. Only 5 turnovers by IPFW, and that's good. Pretty good play.
Unofficially, we'll go through some scores here. Brenda Wegerson has 2, Bonnie Richrath 6, and both those from the three-point range. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Corrine Wrench 4, Nancy Seamers has 4, Julie Giles 4, Lorraine Gobin has 6, and we saw her enter the game real late there and pop 2 from the three-point line and well out of range. I mean, well out from the three-point line, and so she's a late entry with 2 quick baskets, and we'll see if she doesn't enter the second half here. Renee Kinnick with 5 and Audra Ross with 2, so everybody for them is on the board, which
every player on the roster.
That's right. That well represents their 50%. There's a good shot of the tenderloins that we've been smelling that we're talking about there, and that's the women's softball team selling them. So you've got a choice. I heard him say white wheat or a bun. So I mean, they're really out there, and the tenderloins fill all that. So you've got a lot of meat to eat. So come on out. Sounds good.
They're going to be at that project for another 2.5 hours,
right,
I understand.
Till 9:30. So you've got a lot of time. We'll go down for IPFW. Dawn Dressler has 8 points. Kim Recker with 6, Michelle Conley with 2, Lindy Jones has 7, Jenny Newark with 9, so she also coming in pretty much late in the first half there, and she's leading IPFW with her scoring with 9 points. And there's the Gibson.
Yeah, Sean Gibson getting relaxed here before they get their opportunity in the second game here tonight, when the men's team will also be playing Lewis University in a Great Lakes Valley Conference contest.
So definitely. And that's the buzzer, so we're getting ready to start the second half of play.
This College Cable Access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from College Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
So we've got starters. Let's see who we have out there. We do have a lot of different ones for Lewis Flyers. We have number 42, Bonnie Richrath, number 44, Corrine Wrench, number 13, Nancy Seamers, number 40, Audra Ross, and number 44, I said Corrine. IPFW, Amy Perkins, Dawn Dressler, Lindy Jones, Kim Recker, and Michelle Conley.
IPFW needs to score here and get back on track and regain that lead. Good shot, good rebound inside. Dawn Dressler back up, good.
Dawn Dressler really battling underneath the boards. found herself along with Michelle Conley, both side by side down there, and Dawn ended up with the basketball and put it back up and in.
That's the kind of start they needed to get this thing back on the right track here.
And there's Kim Recker with a good reach for the basket. Basically, his number 44, Corrine Wrench, had lost control of the basketball on the floor, and Kim was able to pick it up. Lindy Jones grabbing the basketball.
Just before it went over the midcourt line.
The official got back very quickly to see if that foot was going to hit that line. Amy Perkins tied up, but she got Dawn Dressler. Oh, nice feed into Michelle Conley, and that was a smart move as she knocks it off the legs of Julie Giles.
Little good fortune there, and the Lady Dons will take that, I'm sure.
34-33.
Only 4 seconds on the shot clock, though, so they need to be ready to put the ball up in a hurry.
Very quick shot.
And they won't get it up in a hurry. They lose the ball.
Lindy Jones. And a quick one down by Giles, up and off the glass, no good. Nice hustle by Amy Perkins, really forced that shot.
Yeah. Didn't let it be an easy one.
No. And no foul, which was good. So Dawn Dressler brings the ball down, and Kim Recker's going to kiss it off the glass.
Good move. Good entry pass from Michelle up at the top of the lane.
Nice, quick coming out on the floor. I'm stumbling there for something to say because IPFW is really playing well as they're up 3 points, 36-33. And a dribble-in shot by Audra Ross. IPFW a little bit of lax on that last defensive time on the floor, but IPFW now has another chance to offensively get this game really rolling for them. Nice pass to Dawn Dressler, and I think she did. I thought she touched it, but she was sure she didn't touch it. She pulled her arms back.
She pulled it back, and
I thought she tipped it as well. So it was double viewpoint there. The official had a totally different angle than I did, but she wasn't very happy with the call, and she got her hands on it that way, and she was trying to say it was off the Flyers.
She thought she might get a return call there.
That's right. Flyers trailing by 1. Giles threatening from the outside. Rich Rath not afraid for that three-point shot.
Shot clock moving down again now. Going to be a factor. They may not get it off. They didn't. Good defense. Not too good of concentration on Lewis's part because they never knew what the shot clock condition was.
No, there was no attempt at a shot at all, so that totally ran down without any knowledge from any of the players.
Even the bench wasn't hollering at them, and that's usually a bench's job, is to let you know when you're down to about 7.
Dressler dumps it inside to Kim Recker. Nice move inside, up and off the glass. And
again, good use of the backboard.
Back to a 3-point lead. It's really been a tight game. Like we said earlier, not much, doesn't show much from the 50% that Lewis has shot. There's a 3-point attempt up and a little bit hard this time by Rich Rath, and Kim Recker ends up with the basketball way outside.
Yes, IPFW now with the opportunity to perhaps get a 5 or 6 point lead again.
Dressler drives the lane, and Rich Rath caught her on the arm before the travel. That's what she was calling for.
Yeah, Dawn was trying to have to lift a whole person besides the ball with that right arm going up.
That's right. We'll take a look at that here as Dressler finds the opening, dribbles in, and Rich Rath caught her with the left arm. So it's the first team foul for Lewis Flyers here in the second half, but it was a shooting foul. So Dawn will be shooting 2 from the stripe, and the first one short.
Only the second miss from the line tonight for IPFW, as they were 5 for 6 in the first half. But the Flyers were 6 for 6. 2 misses. Both of those very short, which would suggest that Dawn might be just a little bit tired.
Nice move inside by Giles.
Excellent move inside. Keeps that margin down at 1 or 2 or 3, as it's been practically all night.
Amy Perkins, Lindy Jones. IPFW working the ball, looking for the inside. Michelle Conley, and that was another short shot.
Very short.
We've had the last 3 shots put up, 2 at the stripe were very short, and there's a basket by Seamers. And Lewis Flyers, once again, take a 1-point lead in this game, 39-38. Lindy Jones tries to drive the baseline. Nice move out from under the backboard, but she didn't get it to fall, and Flyers' Brenda Wegerson ends up with the basketball.
Got bounced out of the lane pretty good, and that one should be off of Lewis. Oh my, looked to me like it came off a foot in there, maybe not.
I think it came off of Perkins' foot. It was 3-on-1, and that was a nice move on her part to allow the defense to get back.
Prevented that easy basket.
That's right. She's done that a couple times so far this evening.
Nancy Seamer with the ball right now has really given Lewis a big lift here at the start of the second half.
That's right. She's done well feeding the offense, setting it up. Giles with nowhere to go, dribbles it in, and we're going to have a jump ball. And possession arrow gives it to IPFW. So that's a break. IPFW will have a chance to regain the lead.
Alternate possession, I guess they say, goes to Lewis.
Okay, we must not have switched the clock down there.
Must not.
The officials remembered from the start of the game, and
that's an unfortunate one because the ball was laying right at the feet of two Mastodons and they couldn't pick it up. Now they've got it, so it didn't hurt them.
Nice rebound by Lindy Jones.
Amy Perkins needs to put up a shot or two here in this second half to give a little added dimension to the Dons.
Kim Recker, but we have a 3-second call.
3-second call. Probably the second time this year I've seen a 3-second call made.
Yeah, that's another one that a lot of times is allowed to slide. Amy Perkins with 0 points in this game. She really hasn't.
She's only taken a couple of shots.
Thrown up too much tonight toward the basket, so she needs to get involved. That would help out IPFW on Lewis's defense. And they're going to catch the reach around Kim Recker, and she thought she got away with it.
Yeah.
But they caught her a little bit late there.
Awfully hard to be behind the offensive player and reach and not get called.
See the dump inside, and Kim just reached her on right around. That's her third foul. Team's first here the second half. Got to watch out for Kennick. She drives and doesn't get the roll, and there's going to be another foul on record. I imagine she'll have a seat. That'll be her fourth. 2 in a row. And that's right, Michelle Conley's going to come in, I'm sure.
Kim's going to have to get rested and come back and give us 4 or 5 good minutes before this game is over. It'll be very tough for both Jenny and Michelle to go the last 15 minutes with no rest.
That's right. That hurts. 2 quick fouls like that. Shot is short by Renee Kennick, and she's the one that was quite the threat from the 3-point range. One of the 3, I should say. They've had more than one reaching that range today, and that second one falls, and it's a 40-38 ball game. So after IPFW came out with a quick lead, Lewis has recovered and went up as well. Nice rebound by Jenny Newhart. Actually control of the lost ball, turnaround shot.
Yeah.
And that's ties it up, 40 apiece.
Yeah, the Dons got a nice bounce for a change. They haven't had too many breaks like that tonight.
No, they've had a lot of baskets that, that should have gone, that have bounced around and fallen out. And that thus was their 37% from the first half. It really wasn't that bad. Nice driving move by 44 Corinne Wrench, but we've got a foul.
Corinne Wrench will go to the line to shoot 2.
Jenny Newhart's going to get her first foul.
Flyers have only missed 1 free throw tonight. That was the last time at the line. Renee Kennick, I think.
First one's good. Corinne will have one more shot from the stripe. Chance to put the Flyers up by 2. Rather calm there, taking a look at her face, and the second one is good.
2-point lead for the Lady Flyers of Lewis University. Romeoville, Illinois.
Michelle Conley needs to play tough underneath, fill in for Kim Recker, who's sitting out with 4 fouls. Amy Perkins found herself trapped. Nice dish off to Lindy Jones, and she hits it. I tell you, that was a real good move by Perkins, and she was really covered up well underneath the basket and saw Lindy wide open out front of the key.
Lewis had gone back to man-to-man and had her trapped down on the baseline, but she got an open pass out to Lindy.
It was kind of an off-center shot by Brenda Wegerson, but she got it to fall. They were really stumbling with the basketball.
Yes.
It's not back to a 2-point lead for Lewis. So we've had a lot of back and forth play in this game.
Yeah, it may stay similar to this right to the end.
That's right. 6-point lead hasn't meant much at all.
Hasn't been enough, that's for sure.
Nice quick hands. IPFW with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
And Dawn Dressler realized it was about gone. Nice move by Dawn.
I heard IPFW's bench up here, though. They were counting. They weren't going to let them forget that there was 30-second clock. Shot up and short by Kanak, and a foul.
And Renee, on her attempt to try to follow that shot, ran right over Lindy Jones.
Foul on Lady Flyers, number 32, Renee Kanak. The first, Lady Flyers.
And you see a look at that. She just pretty much ran her over.
Second team foul. IPFW has 3, so nobody likely to be shooting 1-on-1 very soon.
No. I don't know. We'll say that, though, in the first half, very early in the game, there was 5 quick fouls.
Yeah,
so
there'll be a flurry of them.
Nice hustle there by Michelle Conley to continue to try to put the ball up and force a foul against Lewis Flyers.
Call that a non-shooting foul.
44, Corinne Wrench. Coming in is Amy Hogan. Haven't seen a lot from her offensively this evening. I really would like to see, for this being her last home game, that she could start popping a few buckets. Lindy Jones from the outside. That one was a little strong.
Amy Perkins getting her first rest of the night.
She looked like she needed it down at the other end. Kanak for 3. It's back to a 3-point lead for the Flyers.
And now they fall back into that zone defense. They've been mixing up their defense enough that it looks like it's confused IPFW a little bit.
That's right. Another bad pass. Lindy Jones trying to get it into Jenny Newhart, and intercepted by Kanak. Tell you what, they have 2 or 3 threats out there on the floor right now from the 3-point line. IPFW needs to really be on their toes.
Yeah, defensively would have to be alert.
Real break there. A bad pass and it went off the foot of Audra Ross. IPFW with the basketball.
They must be concentrating here more and really cutting down on these turnovers from here to the end of the game. So Dawn Dressler gets another good bucket.
That's right. Good dish off. Dawn was wide open. One-point lead for the Flyers.
Surprise, surprise, huh? 1-point lead.
Kanak looking for the open shot. Dished it off. Dawn intercepted it. Dawn's going to pull it out and let the
nice heads-up play.
Get down and get the play set up. That was a nice move. She was really 1-on-4. I don't think she had much opportunity to get a basket, so it was a smart move. Amy Hogan looking to get it inside. And she does to Jenny Newhart off the glass, and good. That's that nice soft touch, Dave.
Nice entry pass from Lindy into Jenny.
And IPFW back up by 1, and we're going to have a timeout here by the Lewis Flyers. 48-47, back to a 1-point lead for IPFW. And I tell you, the lead's definitely changed hands quite a few times in this ball game.
Just 1 second less than 11 minutes to go, and it's practically played all night long to see who can win it in the last 11 minutes.
I think we're definitely going to see that. 3 fouls, team fouls apiece. And IPFW with Kim Rucker having 4 on the bench. And she's the only role.
Yeah, that's going to be a big factor as hopefully she can get back in and give us another 5 or 6 minutes before the game is over.
Good fan there, taking a chance to watch the game and eat the popcorn.
She'll probably be wanting one of those good breaded tenderloin sandwiches before the evening's over.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to quit talking about them the way we have to smell them up here. Especially when you haven't eaten dinner, it really makes it rough.
You too can join in the excitement of IPFW athletics by participating in the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official booster club for all IPFW athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sporting events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to the IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters, just to name a few benefits. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Lisa Moreland at 481-6027 or write to the Royal Dons Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, with a zip code of 46805. Back to the action. Nancy Seamer with the ball for Lewis University.
Nancy setting up the offense today, and that was a very short shot by Koenig. And that's kind of funny that she's been popping him from the three like she has and gets inside and has a short shot.
Bring her inside and she can't hit it, or hasn't hit it anyway. Well, IPFW now with the ball and a 1-point lead.
Chance to stretch it back out to 3, but like we said, the lead's been up to as much as 6 points, and it really doesn't make that much difference in today's game because Lewis has that quick 3 from the outside, and they can shut down that lead real fast.
Again, a nice entry pass from Michelle Conley into Jenny Newhart inside.
And they're going to catch Brenda Wegersen with the foul. The basket's going to count.
Oh, I'll take that.
Well, look at that again, Michelle. And the foul was on the shot, so the basket was good. And
well, now he gave us a good sign, but now they're giving us the ball underneath the basket. I'm confused. And the 2 points did not go up on the board.
No. So they must have taken the basket away and just given the foul. And
said it was on the floor.
That's right. Brenda Wegersen with her first, and IPFW's the ball out of bounds. Now we have another foul. And this time it's on 41, Brenda Wegersen. That will be her second. We're going to take a look at that as Amy Hogan put it up, and it came in and out. Tough break. And
that was a shooting foul.
Conley tried to put it back up. That's right. That's a 5th foul on Lewis Flyers. So
IPFW getting a little closer to that 1-on-1 action.
That's right. Michelle Conley, the first one is good.
Michelle's a very good free throw shooter.
Well, I'm sure IPFW wouldn't mind being in the 1-on-1 situation as this ball game comes down with their good free throw shooting. And she sinks both of those. So once again, it's back to a 3-point lead.
Amy Perkins has re-entered for IPFW.
A little bit of a breather. She's played most of the first half. Seamers was shut off by Michelle Conley at the baseline. And there's a travel as Julie Giles saw an opening, but forgot to put the ball down before those feet move. That's a common error. I tell you, they see that opening many a times and are more anxious to get there quicker than their hands dribbling the basketball.
Your eyes light up and your feet move, but the ball hasn't hit the floor yet.
That's right. Amy Perkins, who has played a lot of the 40 minutes most of this year with very little rest. And that's going to be called on IPFW, I believe. Dawn Dressler had a nice shot, but it was a little hard off the backboard. Came down the other side as Michelle Conley tried to grab the rebound. She ended up shoving, and that's her second foul.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, nice move by Dawn, but a little hard off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall.
It's the 4th team foul for IPFW, and 9:47 here remaining in the second half. IPFW leads by 3. Seamers dishes it down. Oh, that was a very short shot by Wegersen. Lewis once again having that off streak. Boy, when they're on, and they're willing to nail those 3, and then they're back into their off. So IPFW has a real good chance right now to stretch this lead to 5. Jenny Newhart.
Good move inside, and Michelle on the rebound. Well, nice. Dawn's going to go up with it, and she can't get it to fall.
2 really close baskets. One of those would have been great to fall and a chance for a 3-point play, but Dawn's going to have to earn 2 from the line.
Excellent hustle.
Fouls on Brenda Wegersen. She's gotten 3 very quick fouls here in the last couple of minutes, and we just took another look there at that foul. Tough break for Dressler as that one just didn't fall. So she's got to earn 2 from the stripe.
I think Coach Manuel from Lewis is trying to combat the fatigue factor maybe with her players. wholesale substitutions.
At this point, there was no real threat of a 3-point foul, but I think she just is trying to want to get her out, talk to her a little bit. She got those 3 fouls all within probably about 2 minutes there in the ball game. So.
And don't look now, Christy, but there's a 5-point lead.
I know. I just saw that. Dressler sinks too. We'll see if it seems to always spark Lewis's outside threat. We'll see if it does it this time. We're having a little bit of trouble handling the basketball right now offensively, and that might be that tiredness factor we talked about.
I think it is.
There's been a lot of hustle on defense tonight.
There's the old hop, skip, and a jump again.
And you could see the coach, Tracy Manuel, jump when she saw her do it. She knew it. She was just waiting for the whistle, and it came. There's some frustration. You can have as a good look at their head coach.
Okay, Lady Downs, just pretend you have a 1-point lead and want to stretch it up to 3 here.
Dressler looks inside, but they've really closed off a gap. Jenny Neward trying to take a short shot, and Michelle Conley reaching over the back. No, they're going to call it the other way, and that's surprising.
Michelle had the inside position.
I guess the TV monitor blocked my view, but here's a better view. We're going to look at that again. And she did, you're exactly right, and that was ripped off her backside by Audra Ross. And that's her 4th foul, so.
And it should be 1-1. The official is about to take them out underneath.
Audra sat down the first half, about 3/4 of it actually. She got 3 fouls fairly quickly and had to sit on the bench. She came back in, and that's her 4th. So
Audra is a 6'1" sophomore out of German Valley, Illinois. Good ball player.
And now IPFW is in the bonus situation, which we talked about earlier. They've had a good free throw percentage so far in this game. And no time to stop now, and she hits the first.
Michelle does a good job at the free throw line.
I'm going to close my eyes. It's a 6-point lead, 53-47, and one more shot yet to go here without the clock. Although I think IPFW would probably prefer the clock running right now. 7-point lead, biggest we've seen so far here in the second half.
Now they got to maintain that good defense they've been playing most of the night.
Especially right now while Lewis is really having a lot of problems handling the basketball. They're not passing real effectively, and I'll say that somebody will pop a 3, but.
Well, Amy Hogan did a nice job that time of getting out quickly.
That's right, because that was a threatening 3. And that was a nice move by Jenny Neward. They
altered the shot, but
they still got it underneath. Foul's going to be on Amy Perkins. So we're going to watch this here. Jenny's going to block the shot here. Nice strip of the ball, but it's handled well underneath, and Brenda Wegerson got it to fall. But she was fouled, so it was a ball out of bounds. 3-point shot, no good by Kanak. And a tied up basketball. Alternate possession will keep the ball down on Lewis into the floor.
And I'll say this for Audra Ross, number 40 for Lewis. She has 4 fouls, but she continues to rebound, which she has to do. You just have to continue to play the game.
If she would back off right now, it'd really hurt Lewis, and they can't afford that with a 7-point deficit.
And IPFW is pretty conscious of that 3-point line right now, and they're popping out on people.
I was watching Jenny Neward there. She had a nice handhold of the shirt. The officials didn't see it.
She had a hold of the 4.
And we almost had a collision there between Amy Hogan and Perkins, but Amy Perkins was allowed to get a hold of the basketball, and IPFW with the chance to take their largest lead, I believe, since the beginning of the game. And a nice shot there by Michelle Conley.
Just a free throw, but that one happened to be good for 2.
That's right, just one more, and you get 2 all in one. So that's good basket.
Wide open underneath.
Nice
Ross.
chip in by Ross, and a little bit of a late move by Jenny Newhart, and she caught her.
Well, that's all right. IPFW's got that big cushion.
No cushion is too big for Lewis, I'm telling you.
Right. I'm sure that basket counts.
I think Kleinfelder, I couldn't see her here from my viewpoint, but I'm sure she wasn't happy with that foul by Jenny, because might as well go ahead and give her the 2 points. She had it. That was a really late foul, and that gave him a chance for the 3.
3-point play, and now two more 3-point shots, and they're right back in it.
That's right. And we've seen it before, more than once in this game. And we want a timeout. Eileen Kleinfelder is going to call a timeout and needs to talk to IPFW. She doesn't want to see this lead get any lower than it is. 6 points, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Jobs. It's top priority with many Hoosiers today. Good jobs with good futures. That's what Ivy Tech in Fort Wayne specializes in, training good people for good jobs. The skilled jobs Indiana's future needs.
Ivy Tech, what Indiana needs to grow. Call for enrollment information.
Welcome back to the second half of play. IPFW right now very happy with a 6-point lead. Not their largest of the ball game, and they want to be very cautious right now, and I think that's the reason for IPFW's timeout is they do not want to allow Lewis back into this game. It's been a lot of change of hands so far, Dave.
Well, they have a 6-point lead, and they have the ball, and about 7 minutes to play. And they've actually been playing just a little bit better than Lewis here of late. And let's hope they can keep the energy level up there.
That's right. Both teams with just a few people on the bench and a couple of people in foul trouble. That may cause some interesting play in the last 3 minutes if a couple people for Lewis and a couple people for IPFW foul out here. You're going to see some tired players on the floor. Neward with a nice dump to Dressler, but she doesn't get it to go. And smart move by Michelle Conley. She was over the back and decided to release the ball. I'm sure they would have got her for a foul.
Yeah. There's a 2.
Nice so 2 by Seamers.
Lewis is coming on with that second breath now and coming right at him.
Yeah, they run in streaks, and I hope that wasn't the beginning of their next one. IPFW with a chance to put the lead back up to 6 with a good basket here. Oh, Jenny Neward tried to pass it outside. She's lucky she regained control of her own pass. Back. Bench is counting, 5 seconds on the shot clock. As I say, an off-center shot, and it didn't go by Amy Perkins.
She was just a bit too far behind the board to get a good clear shot.
Lewis with the chance to cut it back down here.
Need to play the tough defense here.
They really need to watch the 3. Richrath, and that was hard. Jenny Richrath really hasn't, Bonnie Richrath really hasn't thrown the ball up from the 3 this second half, and I think that was her first attempt.
And she looks a little tired.
Yeah.
Those 3s get harder and harder as you get a little more out of breath.
Amy Hogan trying to look inside, both either Conley or Newhart. Perkins gets it into Newhart, and there's going to be a foul before the shot.
The last couple of times that Jenny's had the ball in close, she's passed off, which has been a nice pass, but I think maybe she'll just need to go right on up with it.
Fouls on number 21, Giles. We'll be able to get a better view of that right here. She just kind of reached around, caught Jenny's arm. So Jenny will be at the line with the 1-and-1, and that's what we said. IPFW will go to the line with every foul now. And
good follow through.
First. Nice soft touch.
Needed that one.
She's been battling it underneath all night, and her touch doesn't seem to have changed at all. Second one, no good though. 5-point lead, 5:37 remaining. They're making you hungry, Dave. They're walking around with their tenderloin sign.
Yeah, with that big sign. Well, we'll take care of that in a little bit.
Lewis going to look for that 3. I can guarantee it if it's open. Giles from the top of the key. A little short. Nice rebound by Michelle Conley.
The Dons now can afford to come down and work that clock a little bit. They do need to score, though.
Well, we just saw Kim Rucker come down, so she's going to check back into the ballgame with 4 fouls.
Nice
Michelle
move.
Conley. Little bounce around there by Amy Hogan and Jenny Newhart, and Jenny's going to get a foul.
Yeah, I think that time if we'd have had one person close to the ball rather than 2, we might have come up with it, but it got tipped away, and then Jenny got caught for a little nuisance foul.
That's her 3rd foul, and that's going to put Lewis at the line in the bonus situation for the rest of the ball game, and that means 4:58. Both teams are in the bonus.
Well, Kim Rucker is back in the ball game, and Kim's well rested. Michelle gets to sit for a bit. Just under 5 minutes to go.
first one is good.
We don't want Lewis at the line. They have been very good there tonight.
Corrine Wrench. Very calm from the free throw line. Second shot. And it goes. So back to a three-point game. IPFW would like to work the clock here, but I think if they get a good shot, they're going to have to take it.
Yeah, they need to get it in and get the shot whenever it comes. It's much too early to just try to hold the ball.
Amy Hogan was going to attempt the shot there, but
I'd like to see Amy come and give us a little lift. Oh my gosh! All right.
Perkins. Kim Recker from the top of the key, and she gets the roll.
Big bucket. Big bucket.
Big bucket by Recker coming back into the ball game. That'll help out.
Well, whether they wanted to or not, they sure used all of the clock that time.
Nice rebound by Amy Perkins. The shot was no good by Audra Ross.
Amy, the monster rebounder. Once again, if they can get a good shot, get to the audit, they need to take it here.
Actually, Lewis has forced him to take a lot of time off the clock, not allowing a quick basket. IPFW is going to have to take the ball out of bounds. Lewis has quick hands, knocked that one out. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. 4 minutes on the game clock. 5-point lead, IPFW. They'd like to hang on and win this one at home, seeing how Lewis beat them on their own home court by 10 points earlier this year. Nice control by Amy Hogan. Perkins back out to Amy for three.
A little short.
A little short. Would have liked to seen that fall for Amy.
Now Amy's going to have to try to cut off a fast break here.
Nice quick basket by Giles.
Dons need some good offensive movement here. They got to stay with it, keep things going.
Amy Hogan needs to get rid of it. Almost a 5-second call. Lewis pulling out their defense, forcing the count. Perkins drives the lane and didn't get the fall, but Kim Recker with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Nice rebound. And nice move by Amy Perkins. It didn't go, but it sure gave us a good chance to score.
56-61, IPFW with the lead. 3:04 time, really crucial right now. Lewis needs to get a basket and fairly quickly. Giles is going to take it, and it doesn't fall. Rebound by Kim Recker. Boy, what a big difference it's made to have Kim Recker back in that ball game.
Yeah, and well rested.
And right now, with everyone else so tired, she's definitely been a force out on the basketball floor. IPFW now taking a little bit of time off the clock before they're going to shoot it.
But it's down
10
now
seconds, and there's a throwaway.
And it was a tip, though, against, tipped by Lewis, so the Dons will have 8 seconds.
I guess they believe Cannon got her hand on it. I think Amy Hogan thought she really threw it away.
Jenny Newhart getting a rest as Michelle Conley's back into the game.
And Lindy Jones came back in to give Hogan a rest, so 61-56, IPFW needs a shot. 3 seconds, up and no good by Lindy. And ball off. That was not a very smart move by Bonnie Richrath. I think, once again, that's frustration.
Yeah. And that shot that Lindy threw with the clock running down came back like a line drive. She was the last one to be able to head it off before it went out of bounds.
And Lindy threw that up, and it came right back out. And it actually went off of 3 players' hands before she got her hands back on it.
Like a pinball shot.
Yep, so Lindy's going to go to the line and sinks the first. 6-point lead again, 62-56. 2:24 left here to go in this game. Lindy Jones, freshman for IPFW. And she gets a second one. And we've got a timeout by Lewis. They want to get this game back if they can at all. And Lewis
catch their breath
talk about it a little bit.
Tune in to Channel 6 Saturday evening at 7:30 to watch the Ohio State Buckeyes take on the IPFW Mastodons for a piece of the MIVA conference. Catch all the action of IPFW volleyball right here on Channel 6. And by Saturday night, that would be a week from tonight. Ohio State.
Yep, hope you can tune in. That's always some good volleyball to watch. It's interesting here, we can give you a little bit more statistics on Lindy Jones. She still leads the GLVC in freshmen in both scoring, steals, and field goals. And she still is the only freshman to be in the top 10 in the rankings. So
Lindy's had a real good year.
Says a lot for her as a freshman player. There's that shot, Dave. Don't look at the TV. Tenderloin and drink, $3. If you're at home and you're hungry, they smell great, so come on out. Get a good basketball game and have a good meal as well.
Well,
not a hot dog.
2 minutes and 20 seconds from now, you know where I'll be.
I know where you'll be. That's no question in my mind. And IPFW coming out, and we'll see what Lewis tried to talk about there. I'm sure they're going to have to try for a 3 here. They've got 3 or 4 players that have hit him so far in this game.
Yeah, they've got them all out there.
They're all out on the floor right now. Seamers is going to try to set up Rich Rath, and she shoots for 3, and that should have been called as it bounced on the top of the backboard, and they regained control. I'm not sure where that call was. Rich Rath again for 3, no good, and this time Michelle Conley gets the rebound.
Good, strong rebound.
I can understand the official under the basket not calling that one, but the one outside sure definitely
he had a clear shot.
Sure saw that, and I guess what Lewis talked about is a quick foul. They'd rather see IPFW earn them from the stripe, but the way they've been shooting, and that showed the foul there.
It's going to give Amy a chance to get into the scoring column here tonight. She's played a good floor game, hasn't been able to contribute much offensively, but let's hope she can come up with a couple here.
63-56, and the first one for Amy is good. Nothing wrong with her shot. She just isn't taking them this evening. She does a good job running the offense, though, and finding the open player under the basket. So I guess if you can do that, assists are as important as making the shots. And Amy gets 2 for.
And with less than 2 minutes to go, they got it back up there to 9.
That's right, 9-point lead. Seamers with the shot, and no good.
Again, Michelle Conley rips down the rebound, and they call her for traveling. At the very worst, it should have been a jump ball.
That's right. I was going to say they had a jump ball, I thought. Michelle kind of ripped it away, and Lewis was looking for the jump ball, the alternate possession. Michelle was looking for a foul, and then she took a step and gets a travel out of it. So Lewis is going to get a chance here for a bucket. Oh, nice tip-off by Lindy Jones, and it's going to stay the Flyers basketball, but
good hustle by both Lindy and Dawn Dressler to really put the pressure on the right sideline.
That's right. They've got their 3-point shooters out there. 23, Lorraine Gobin, I'm sure, would have taken that shot. And there she is from the top of the key, wide open, and it's short this time.
Michelle Conley again with a big rebound.
And they're going for a quick foul. And IPFW did a very good job there for a couple of seconds, keeping it away from them.
Yeah.
But Perkins is going to get a chance to add a couple more points. And Amy Hogan's going to come back into the ball game. Lindy Jones is going to take a seat.
Minute and 28 seconds left in Amy Hogan's home playing career here. Been an outstanding young lady to be a part of the program here at IPFW.
I've done this a couple of years. It just really seems odd that she's a senior already, but
yes,
she is. First one is up and good.
Number 32, Renee Cannon, replaces Julie Giles.
And she sinks both of them.
Good free throw shooting down the stretch here.
So an 11-point lead, and that is definitely the largest lead of the ball game. And IPFW has that with 1:22 remaining. Short shot and a rebound. They're going to go for the 3. As
they're looking for nothing but 3 now, but should take advantage of some 2 possibilities as they did or are trying to do.
IPFW again, very smart there. No fouls until they actually had a chance to grab the ball. They just stood there quick.
And guess who had the rebound again?
Yeah, Michelle Conley, and a quick pass down to Kim Ricker, and there's two more for Kim. Oh, we're going to have a steal for Amy Perkins. Oh, and a tough break. Oh, she went down very hard on the floor.
Yeah, they got tangled up a little bit there. Nothing intentional, but she hits hard.
That's right. I thought that was going to be her first field goal of the night, but she didn't get a chance to get near the basket.
Amy doesn't have any cushion to go down on either.
No. That's the first foul on Gobin. I'm sorry, that's her second foul, but Amy's going to get a chance. Hello, Don. Always here entertaining the kids. And he's got one in his arms right now. First one is up and good. Amy very solid from the line here in the crucial part of the game.
Well, this one's beginning to get into the comfortable zone now, but it's been a tough, tough struggle.
It has been very tough. The change of lead has been too many times to even count in this game, and Lewis is going to call a timeout. I know they're just basically going to discuss their three-point strategy and a quick foul, and I have a feeling these 50 seconds are going to be a long 50, Dave.
Kim McDonald checking into the IPFWA lineup. Channel 6 is now accepting applications for underwriting the televising of IPFW sports events and other programs. For more information about how your business or organization can utilize this opportunity, call the Channel 6 office during business hours at 481-6000.
What a great opportunity it is to help out with this cable channel, and so that everyone can watch a lot of good sports that happen on here at IPFW. Men's volleyball, women's and men's both, basketball. It's a very active school.
And a good crowd gathering here tonight. Cold wintry evening.
Eileen Kleinfelder with a little bit of information. She wants a couple people to be back, I'm sure, to not allow Lewis a quick bucket. Although Amy's been very solid from the line. She sinks that one, so 71-56. And as you said, Tim McDonald in the lineup. No foul here for IPFW, and that was
another big rebound by Michelle Conley.
Yeah, Michelle's just been there when she's been needed here the last few minutes of the ball game.
Outstanding down the stretch with her rebounding, and she chipped in with some big free throws and some buckets, and this might be another one. There's going to be a free throw opportunity.
Michelle was hacked in the lane. That was for sure. It wasn't a light touch. And that foul's on number 44, Corinne Wrench. We're going to look at it there as Michelle turns in. Corinne just takes her arms out. It's only her second, but there's only 22 seconds left on the clock. 71-56. I'm going to say, Dave, I'm comfortable with the lead this time.
Yeah, I think we might make it with 22 seconds. Michelle with a second one. And a 13-point lead. No, more. 17. I can't believe it.
I know, it's too much of a lead to even realize we've seen such a close game here. Good defense from IPFW, not getting a foul. And they really ought to just let him shoot. 4 seconds on the clock. No one needs to foul now. Oh, and there's the last second three by number 32, Renee Koenig. And that's a win for IPFW.
And the Lady Dons get into the double figures with wins for the season. Win number 10, their last home game here of the season.
And that was a crucial win for them, 73-59. And we'll be right back after these messages.
What comes to your mind when you think about mathematics? Clowns, street sweepers, the Red Sox, robots, the weather, earthquakes, Disney World, pineapples, conventions, parking tickets, fishing. If these practical applications of contemporary mathematics didn't make your list, you should watch public television's math series For All Practical Purposes.
You made it. Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm going to get a job, you know. I'm start working, I'm save, and I'll be in college in another year or two.
So, what do you have planned, Mike?
I think I'm going to go home and make a sandwich. Okay, man.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Vince, come on, we're late.
This headbagging is more fun than going through a windshield.
Good night from Iron Maiden. Drive home safe. Remember to strap yourselves in with your safety belts. You don't want to end up like Eddie. Belt up. Don't be a dummy.
Bonjour. French in Action, opening a new era in language learning. A television course in 52 lessons centers around a wonderful romantic comedy filmed entirely on location in France. The story of Mireille, Robert, Marie-Laure, and the mysterious man in black will help you to learn, to understand,
Excusez-moi,
and to speak French. Watch French in Action.
After dating the guy forever, you think I could tell him anything. Why is this so hard? I'm really scared.
It takes a lot of guts to tell someone he's too drunk to drive. But you can do it. Just say it. Because if you don't, there may be nothing left to say.
Kevin, I'm gonna drive.
Take the keys, call a cab, take a stand. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
This is just one of the many parts you can play as a young Red Cross volunteer. Volunteer and play your part.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
Welcome back to the IPFW campus, the Gates Sports Center, where the Lady Mastodons have just defeated the Lewis Flyers 73-59. We at IPFW are pleased to be able to bring you cable casts of NCAA athletic competition. We hope you've enjoyed the show and the excitement of intercollegiate sports from IPFW. To provide such programs, we need your support. With the help of many volunteers, we are able to produce these programs at a relatively low cost. Your contribution, however, will help defray the production costs not covered by the Channel 6 budget. The College Cable Access Center invites you to invest in quality college programming by sending your contributions to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard East, Fort Wayne, Indiana, zip code 46805. And then we now invite you to join us down on the floor with Christy Walker as she interviews graduating senior player Amy Hogan.
Thanks, Dave. And joining me down on the floor is our dandy don of the game, Amy Hogan. And Amy, you know, I know it's got to be tough. It's your senior night and it's your last home game, but you leave this game with a win. How's that feel? Oh, it feels good. What were some of the key aspects to winning tonight's game? You lost to Lewis earlier this year with 10, and you really came out. It was a tight game, but you pulled it away at the end.
Yeah, we just had to crash the boards, get on the boards, and stop their outside shooting.
Say they had more than one person hitting from the outside shot, and you guys played really well on your defense. You played a lot of man-to-man, then you switched to zone. Was that to try to throw off their offense a little bit?
Yeah, it was. It was to get on their shooters more with a triangle too.
Offensively, you were looking for an inside shot tonight. Was that, you weren't really, you're ranked 5th in the career from three-point shooting, but IPFW was really looking for that inside shot. Is that something they wanted to try to do against Lewis?
Oh yeah, that's something we always try to do.
Okay, well, do you have anything last that you'd like to say? Because I tell you, I know it's tough ending up your career, but you've really played well for IPFW.
No, nothing I want to say.
Well, that's it with Amy Hogan. Then down here on the floor, we're glad to have had her. We're glad to have her on IPFW's team. And Dave, we're going to send this one back up to you to wrap it up.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Channel 6 volunteer crew and the Learning Resource Center at IPFW for their contributions to the live production of our basketball game this evening. This college cable access sports presentation is underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated of Fort Wayne, Indiana. The telecast of this IPFW sporting event is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized copying, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We thank you for being with us tonight, and on behalf of Christy Walker, this is Dave Skelton saying so long, and we invite you to join in just about 30 minutes in the men's game here on IPFW Channel 6. The Mastodons will be taking on the Lewis Flyers.